Hi, I'm Patu from Freefincal, and let's discuss questions posed by viewers over the past few days. Today, I had published a video in the morning. This was the momentum and low volatility investing talk I gave to Tamil Nadu Investors Association a few days ago. If you go to I'll link the video here if you have not seen it. If you go to freefincal.com, you can also get the slides and also the relevant links for the talk. So let's get to the questions. Liberal Tamilan says, I'm using value research online for tracking returns of my portfolio. In my NPS scheme G, that is the government bonds, it is showing 24% growth. How is it possible for government bonds? It is more than possible. In fact, if 24% growth is possible, 24% loss is also possible. And if you want to understand the movement of your gilt funds, then you must keep the track of the bond yields, the government bond yields. Of course, this is a 10-year bond yield. There is a 1 year, 3 year separately you can find out. Notice that since September of last year, the yields have been consistently falling. Now, a bond yield is equal to the interest rate on the bond divided by its current market price. If the current market price increases because of demand, then the yield will fall. So, when the yield falls or the price increases, the NAV of the mutual funds, including NPS, which holds these bonds, will rise up. Of course, over a long period of time, these movements, up and down movements, will sort of even out, but it is more than possible. If you keep tracking the bond yields, you will get a better idea of how your NAV reacts. There is another question on ICICI Gilt Fund. It is also the same answer is applicable for this as well. Can you make a video on peer-to-peer lending, rights investment, invoice discounting as part of fixed income portfolio? Look, uh, don't get into trouble with respect to peer-to-peer lending. How much money are you going to allocate to peer-to-peer lending? Are you going to put 30% of your net worth or 40% of your net worth in there? Do you have that kind of courage? Because there's no regulation. If there are defaults, you're screwed. I mean, if you are going to have 5%, 10%, 2%, 3% allocation, it will make no difference to your net worth. You will only waste your time and mental peace. Stay away from all these rights. Not useful at all. I have a video on this. I think I am not familiar with invoice discounting, but I just don't like the two words put together. My suggestion is stay away from all this. Just do simple things in life. You cannot get rich quick. I guarantee you that it's simply not possible. Prayers for your mother's speedy recovery. Thank you very much, Prakash. Many people have said this. My mother is back at home now. She is in bed rest. She can get up and sit and stand, but she's weak, so it will take a little time. I want to invest in Nifty 50 stocks. Which sector is better? I do not know. Question regarding selling foreign stocks and reporting an ITR2. I do not know offhand. Sorry about that. Question regarding value discovery. ICICI value discovery, it has also been frustrating like quantum. I had looked at ICICI value discovery when I did this quantum long-term equity video. My feeling is that it has done a little better than quantum, and in my opinion, as long as Shankara Narain is I'm expecting some rain. As long as Shankara Narain is in charge of ICICI and associated with this fund, even if he's not directly associated, I don't think there's any problem with respect to this, because it is a flagship fund. At least for Shankara Narain, it is his flagship fund. You have to be patient. Of course, if your goals can be patient, you can be patient. ICICI Gilt Fund has given so much return. Can you review that, please? You need to review your own understanding of gilt funds first. I just talked about yields. Please learn that. If you never ever invest in debt funds using past returns, you'll be making a big mistake. Please provide your value suggestions for Aditya Birla Value Fund. I have reviewed this fund. Please check my review. What are promising options for other than except Parak Parik long term? In the value oriented category, I think the L&T Value Fund has done well. So I have you can look at my screener. I have reviewed the L&T fund. Taking a call on quantum long-term equity will mean tax. Yeah, but even if you rebalance, you're going to pay tax. You should not be assuming that you will get married to your funds. That's never going to happen. It will always. So what? you have to pay tax when you rebalance. Rebalancing is minimizing risk. You cannot be worried about paying tax when you're in the capital markets. Then you will lose money. So don't just pay tax, pay the exit load, protect your capital. That's very important. Not fearing tax. I'm invested in quantum long-term equity. I'm going to continue with it. Fantastic. I'm also so Arun Kumar says that Vipin Shombola says he likes low volatility. Yes. Please review Tata Mid Cap Fund, says Srinivasan. Yes, sir. I think I have done it. Have I? I think I've done it. Let me check. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Anistar says quantum long-term equity will shine on a massive downfall in broader markets like 2008. It cannot protect investors from a complete downfall. If the Sensex falls 40%, it will probably fall 30%. You can check. It has gone through 2008. So SPB says keeping low expectations is key. Video on why long-term equity and cash holdings. See, I don't know why they hold cash, whether they hold 5%. Unless you sit in the fund manager investment decision table, you don't know, and I will not speculate. Should I invest now with SIP method, or is there any proper time to invest? You can start anytime, but you need some basic knowledge. And from the tone of your question, I think you need to know. VA1221 wanted to know about the videos on risk measures. I already done that. So you have spoken highly about PPFAS and quantum long-term equity, but it's not able to beat the index, and it's a long comment on that and says, why should I keep investing in this fund? Don't invest in this fund. I'm not saying, I'm not asking you to invest in this fund. I never said that. If you're uncomfortable, move out. It's not a big deal. Where do we show LTCG on debt mutual funds? I have a detailed guide on this. You can, I would have done it step by step. There's a detailed post on this. It will be on the right side of the Freefincal site if you are looking at it on a desktop, or you can just type Freefincal ITR2 filing guide. It will be there. You can find out. Haha. Ankur says, "Hey Bhagwan, both de nahi to maut de." That is for retirement. Either give me a lot of money or just take me away. Yeah, I agree. But you can make some money as well. So SR Bharatwat says thumbs up for the tracker. Yes, I have an automated tracker. I will show you how that works. Vamsi, thank you for asking about my mother. I just answered that. Shall we consider mutual fund PE? It's useless. Don't waste your time on that. Srinath says this is what he wanted to know about the simple way to track retirement portfolio. I'm glad to know that. Questions? Can you do more videos on the basics on stock investing? Look, I have already made it very clear. I am only for stock investing without breaking my head. I will just take an index, strategic index, choose the top 10 stocks and buy. I will use low volatility or momentum investing and then buy. That is the kind of method that I want to advocate, and I will not do all this balance sheet things. I hate it. Power of attorney given to stockbrokers, can it be misused? Has there been any events in the past? I don't know offhand if there have been any events in the past, but can it be misused? Well, there are some people have claimed, I think, that money that's staying in the account can be used to earn interest by the broker and so on. I don't know how true this is. I'm not naming anybody. I don't know how in general. That's the kind of accusation that I have half heard, but I don't know. I won't lose too much sleep on this. I don't think that's personally I won't lose sleep on it, but I have to look it up. The calculator is, where is the calculator shown? I don't have a calculator. The simple way to track retirement is I just put those numbers up. I don't have a calculator. You can make your own file. Yes, I will make a video on the mutual fund tracker, Balakasi. Kindly let me know why there is not much difference in the NAV of regular and direct fund even after 15 years. How the direct funds have not been there for 15 years. How do you know? In fact, and how do you know there's not much difference? I had shown this video, this graph some time back in 2018, I think, 2017. You can see this is up to 2017, last 3-4 years. You can see the difference between, from to 2013 to June 2000. 17. You can see the difference between DSP microcap with commissions, without commissions. That is, with commissions is regular plan, without commissions is direct plan. You can see already became 1.8. So the difference is significant, my friend, and it will make a big difference. That's not the reason why you want to avoid regular funds. The main reason is that it's conflict of interest. Don't pay money to people who are getting commissions from elsewhere. I mean, they're taking commissions from your money, but somebody else is doing it. That just makes no sense. A young earner who hasn't been investing in debt for last 10 years, but wants to make a portfolio 60/40. What is the best way? It has to be done gradually, assuming there's enough time for the goal. I will try to make a detailed video on this, but it's not easy. Sriram Prasad also says you should do some back testing to show how somebody who has not been investing in debt, in equity suddenly wants to start investing. How is it possible? It has to be done gradually. Back testing would be interesting, but it's more psychological in this case, and it will take, I would say, it will take anywhere between 5, 6, 7 years to get used to. 60% equity is very, very huge for somebody who's at zero. So it will take a long time to get used to the volatility. They have to do it slowly. But will the goal wait for that kind of slow, gradual increase? I don't know. It's just a question. Okay, that's not a question, it's a comment. Go, fine. Basically, around 1 crore at age 40 will help achieve financial independence. That's not true at all. It depends on the expenses. You can't make such assumptions. Thanks, Anand Vaidya. So this is about. I wanted to tell you. So you may have read this in the papers. So the IT department has said that. So first they gave a ITR2 form where you have to just enter aggregate values of capital gains, long-term capital gains in equity. Then they said they put another update and said all the individual buy sells have to be entered for LTCG, equity LTCG. Then yesterday they have released a notification saying if you want you can enter individual scripts or you can put the aggregate. My advice is calculate the total net taxable long-term capital gain and enter the aggregate numbers, adjust the numbers in the sheet. You can check out this video such that the final value gives you the total capital gain, taxable LTCG. That is the best method. Don't simply enter all the scripts. It's a pain in the head. Can you review HDFC aggressive hybrid equity fund? Have I done this? I will check. So that's the update I had posted yesterday. Waiting for next video on Sharp series. So I love to make videos like this, but people don't watch. They want to watch all. I mean, sometimes it's very disheartening when people don't watch it. That's my only problem. So, what is mutual fund PE ratio? What is its importance? Mutual fund PE ratio is the weighted average PE of the stocks in the mutual fund portfolio. It has got no importance. It has got no use. Don't waste your time. Can you make a video on RS analysis by Peters in his book on fractal method? It's a wonderful question, but unfortunately, nobody will watch. It's an awesome idea. I will learn a lot by doing it, but how many people will watch? I mean, I also have to find out how effective my time will be spent, right? So Daniel D'Souza wants to know why not use Renko monthly chart patterns. I don't know what Renko monthly chart patterns is. I have to learn. If I think it's relevant for momentum investing, I will include it. Thank you, channel 2333. What is the difference or similarity between value investing and momentum investing? So the idea is very simple. So momentum investing essentially means you're looking for stocks that are moving up. So when you combine value and momentum investing, what you're doing is you're looking for a stock that is trading below its intrinsic value, and then you're spotting momentum in it. You're spotting when a stock trading below its intrinsic value is starting to pick up, and therefore you're combining these two methods, and you're able to pick up a stock with better quality momentum, and therefore there's no difference or similarity. There are two different ideas. You can put them together to create a more solid way to invest in momentum. You have prepared screeners for mutual funds. Why not do it for stocks? Says Sanramon. I do have a screener for stocks, sir. You can buy it. I think the link is in that. Or did I not do it? It's probably there, or I will add it here. Off-topic question. I just got an email from NSDL regarding my NPS account, so I thought it's okay. Talk to you. The email has got 3 schemes. The government scheme, 100% government bonds. LC25, which is investment is 25% equity. LC50, I think the lifestyle option. I think, yeah. So which one should I choose? I'm a government employee, age 30, and ready to post on NPS. My suggestion is use the default asset allocation for government employees, where 85% is in debt, 15% is equity. You construct your own equity portfolio elsewhere. This is what I have been doing, and I'm very happy with this. I will not change it. Will my bank ICICI get commissions on the mutual fund investments that I do through the bank app iMobile? I don't know who gets the commissions, whether it is the bank. It depends on ICICI has got different wings. I don't know exactly who is the entity who is going to get the commission via when you invest via the app. But I'm very sure if your mutual fund ends with a name regular plan, somebody will get commissions. That much is guaranteed. How do I change from regular to direct after a few months of investing? First of all, stop investing in regular. So, since it's only a few months, all those units in regular you can gradually shift to direct after 1 year when it is away, assuming it's equity funds and it is eligible for long-term capital gains and tax free within that 1 lakh period, assuming it is the case. So, first of all, stop investing in regular. That's the first start. Don't worry about switching, that you can do later. So that's that for this week, and I'll catch you another video. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.